Once, deep in the heart of the forest, there lived a young wolf named Fen. Unlike the others of his pack, who were fierce and quick, Fen was different. He believed in kindness, in the power of a gentle word, and the strength of helping others rather than hunting them. But his pack didn't understand him. To them, kindness was weakness. One crisp autumn morning, the wolves were out hunting, and Fen was the odd one out, always straggling behind. He would often help smaller creatures, like the timid rabbit caught in a thorn bush or the owl whose wing had been scraped by a branch. Yet, his acts of kindness were met with disdain. Fen, his elder brother, Rake, would say, "You'll never be a strong wolf if you keep showing mercy. The world is harsh, and only the ruthless survive." But Fen didn't care. He knew that kindness made him feel strong in ways that hunting never could. One day, as he walked alone in the woods, a loud cry echoed through the trees. It was the voice of a fox. Desperate and frightened, Fen rushed toward the sound and found the fox trapped in a net set by hunters. Without a second thought, Fen used his sharp teeth to gnaw through the ropes and set the fox free. "Thank you, kind wolf," the fox said, his eyes wide with gratitude. "How can I repay you?" "No need for repayment," Fen replied. "Just remember that not all wolves are fierce. Some of us have a different strength." The fox nodded and ran off into the woods. But little did Fen know that the hunters were nearby. They had heard the commotion and had seen the fox escape, and they assumed the wolf was the one who had freed it. Fen had no idea what was coming. The next day, the pack was gathered in their usual spot, discussing their next hunt when they heard something strange. A loud rustling in the trees followed by the snap of branches. Suddenly, the hunters appeared, armed with nets and traps. Fen's heart sank. "Is that the wolf?" one of the hunters asked, pointing at Fen. "He freed the fox. He's the one who ruined our trap." Rake and the others growled. But Fen stepped forward, trying to explain. "It's true, but I didn't mean to interfere with your hunt. I only wanted to help the fox." The hunters didn't care for his explanation. They were after a prize and saw the wolf as a problem. "You will be punished," the lead hunter declared. But as they approached, something surprising happened. The fox from the previous day darted out from the woods, and with a speed that surprised everyone, he bit at the hunter's ropes, gnawing through them and releasing the traps. "I owe my life to this wolf," the fox shouted. "And so should you. He saved me, and without him, I wouldn't be here. Let him go." The hunters, stunned by the fox's words, paused. They hadn't expected the tables to turn so quickly. Reluctantly, they withdrew, muttering under their breath, and disappeared into the woods. Fen stood in the clearing, his heart pounding, but he didn't feel fear. He felt something different. The fox had spoken up for him, proving that kindness wasn't a weakness. It was a strength. As the pack gathered around Fen, Rake was silent for a moment before he spoke. "Maybe there's something to your way of thinking after all. You saved the fox, and the fox saved you. Maybe kindness is the strength we've been missing." From that day forward, Fen was no longer the wolf who cried kindness in vain. The pack began to see that kindness, just like courage, could be a powerful force. And Fen, the wolf who had always believed in the goodness of the world, had shown them all that sometimes the greatest strength lies in gentleness.